One of Foolio ops posted a picture of him dead. Say, hold up, how in the did they even get that picture?
It's been 2 weeks since one of Jacksonville's most controversial drill rappers Foolio was pronounced dead. Since his demise, Foolio has been trending on the internet, and I wonder if the dead rapper has rested at all.
You feel me? I ain't gonna show my face and get my identity away or nothing like that, but you know, I did that, you feel me?
More and more are people claiming the hit that took his life.
A lot of people say this is fake. Me personally, I think this picture is real.
An unexpected turn of events. One of Foolio's rivals, a member of the Deadly Gang ATK, has posted footage of Foolio's dead body online. Gross.
And so this would imply that he would, wouldn't have been driving this vehicle. He would have possibly been in that passenger seat when he tried to make his way to the back seat, right?
Footage is attracting analytical reactions online. There is only a slim line between those who believe the footage is real and those who are still in doubt. In this video I will go deep into murder and expose the reasons behind leaked footage of Foolio's dead body going viral. If you are not faint in heart, then stay with me. No rest for Foolio. You may only know the importance of rest in peace once you're dead and unable to rest. There was no rest for Foolio in this life, and still there seems to be no rest for him in the afterlife as leaked footage of his dead body goes viral.
One of Foolio ops posted a picture of him dead. Say, hold up, how in the did they even get that picture?
The world is shocked by the news of Foolio's dead body going viral on the internet. The question on your mind must be, why are people like this, right? The gist is that one of Foolio's ops by the name Foolio Sosa has reportedly shaken the internet with a picture of Foolio's dead body. He seemed to have posted it out of clout chasing, or perhaps to prove a point. Who knows? Foolio Sosa is a member of the ATK gang, one of the most dangerous gangs in Jacksonville. Following Foolio's murder, ATK has not taken a break from dissing and disrespecting Foolio even in death. It is against their wish that Foolio ever experiences peace in the afterlife. Just when I thought they were done, Foolio Sosa breaks the internet with the most disgusting move ever. Apparently right after brutally killing Foolio, Foolio Sosa took a picture of Foolio's dead body stuffed in a car face down. He snapped that picture with the sole aim of trolling the late rapper online. You may probably know that trolling and dissing dead rappers is a popular practice among Jacksonville drill rappers, but posting a dead body online is weird as it appears. Foolio Sosa leaked this insane picture on his Instagram page without any iota of fear. The footage shows Foolio wearing the same outfit he wore on his birthday before his demise, a red cap and a white shirt. I genuinely apologize that this photo has to be censored in line with the community guidelines. Sosa leaked the footage with the caption, "Damn boy, now I don't know where Sosa got this picture of Foolio's dead body from." He appears to be the first person to have posted this update since the news about Foolio's death hit the internet. Leaked footage of Foolio's dead body is attracting crazy reactions on the internet. Some people fail to see why Sosa would do such a disgusting thing, while others are trying to confirm whether or not the leaked footage is truly Foolio's dead body. Another person is certain that Foolio Sosa pulled the trigger on Foolio. Come to think of it, how else could Foolio get the picture amid this confusion? Another person is more concerned with the trauma and agony this leaked footage will bring upon Foolio's family members. I must tell you, when I heard that leaked footage of Foolio's dead body was going viral on the internet, I first thought of his mama. How is she going to react to that? This commenter seems to have a detailed analysis of the viral footage of Foolio's dead body. The comment says it looks like Foolio was trying to jump to the back and they noticed and jumped back to make sure it was over him. She wondered why Foolio was so reckless that he had to go out around 3-4 a.m. given the insecurity around him.
And so this would imply that he would, wouldn't have been driving this vehicle. He would have possibly been in that passenger seat when he tried to make his way to the back seat, right?
Yes, at least that is what the footage shows. Foolio seems to have tried to escape the back seat because his body was face down and stretched to the back seat while one of his legs was stuck in the passenger seat. Concurrently, while leaked footage of Foolio's dead body is making news on the internet, footage of Foolio's murder suspect surfaces on the internet. In the footage you see a man wearing a blue shirt beside what seems like a black car. The suspect seems to be pointing a rifle at the black car. Well, as usual, fans had disputed the credibility of the footage, saying it's just random crime footage, but there is a detail in one of the photos that makes me doubt parking. Now 4:37 in the morning is about the same time that Foolio was shot at. The police reported that they got a call by 4:40 in the morning reporting a shootout in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn. 3 minutes is just enough time for anyone to dial 911 and report a shootout. Wouldn't you agree? With the timestamps matching, most of the doubts on the internet have been cleared. This is an indictment coming right the way of the persons or group of persons who killed Foolio. At this point, there are too many people claiming they are the murderers. Before Foolio's murder used to be a fearsome crime no one wanted to admit publicly. Gone are those days. In another tragic turn of events for Foolio, people are making money with the leaked footage of him being killed. I mean, it keeps getting worse for Foolio. Since his birthday party, it is beginning to feel like the guy was cursed on his birthday. Not only was he killed and dissed, but his murder footage is being sold for the fun of.
This has to be a video, you guys, of this whole incident that took place, and people are claiming on Reddit that they have the video and they're trying to sell the video.
This is probably the wildest occurrence in the whole Foolio's. Just so you mean to tell me that you go out there and you are asked what is your hustle, and you're going to say I sell videos of dead people getting killed?
I seen somebody even saying that they would sell it for $1,000, and then I seen somebody would say, you know, they would sell it for $300.
Oh well, as it turned out, there's a whole market on it. People even have different price tags on it. What is really happening with people now? I'm curious. Perhaps you too. What do they do with the pictures after purchasing them? Frame it and hang it on the wall like a family album. Looking at it from another perspective, these pictures of Foolio's dead body on the internet clear a lot of doubt about whether or not Foolio is still alive. As you may already know, within the week, leaked footage of Foolio on live Instagram was paraded on the internet, which started a conspiracy theory. Many people came out to say Foolio was still alive because his grandma did voodoo. These recent updates outrightly confirmed Foolio's death.
I would definitely have to say this is definitely Foolio, you guys. And I know a lot of people are saying he's still alive and he faked his death.
Everyone was fuming within the week that Foolio was still alive. This was largely because there appeared to be activities and transactions that went down on his YouTube and Instagram within the week. Some people even compared Foolio to Tupac Shakur, saying that Foolio was still alive just like Tupac Shakur. His grandmother's voodoo was the highlight of the week. People said she fortified and brought against the Grim Reaper. Roji went on to explain that right now people are speculating that Foolio's murderers started to leak proof of Foolio being killed so that people confirm that yes, they truly smoked Foolio. It was a game over. Here is another detailed description. This guy summarized the entire footage for those who might not get to watch it. Just reading through, you could have an idea of what Foolio's last moments felt like. He died trying to look for an escape. He fought for his life. He was never going to leave that parking lot alive, and he was at how death visited Foolio.
Alright, so here's what we know at this point. Around 4:40 this morning, we received a 911 call about a shooting that happened here in the parking lot behind me on McKinley and Fowler. What we have learned, and again, this is all very early in the investigation, is that 2 cars were shot at.
In the early hours of June 23, one of Jacksonville's most controversial drill rappers, Foolio, met his death in a gruesome manner. The Grim Reaper was not in any way kind to Foolio. He snatched his soul right after celebrating his 26th birthday in Tampa, Florida. Tampa police confirmed that Foolio was the only deceased of an intense shootout targeted at 2 cars on arrival at the parking lot. 3 other people were transported to the hospital in stable condition as a result of the shooting.
The pool party start today at 5-6 o'clock. You already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. Appreciate everybody popping out for my birthday, you know what I'm saying?
Foolio's birthday was on the 21st of June, but the rapper wanted an extended birthday celebration which was supposed to end on the 23rd of June. Foolio promised a fun-filled pool party celebration for his 26th birthday. He posted the flyer online, invited everyone, and dropped the location for people to turn up. Unfortunately, Death wanted to party that weekend, and Foolio's invitation was open to everyone, so why not? But make no mistake, it was not a random day at work for the Grim Reaper. He wouldn't have settled for just anyone who wanted Foolio. Foolio himself, he was out for the celebrate. You may wonder why Death yanked Foolio on his birthday. Wonder no more, I will tell you why. Aside from pure talent and artistic mastery, Foolio was one of Jacksonville's most controversial and disrespectful rappers in the rap scene of Jacksonville. His rise to fame is mostly attributed to his love for violence, disruption of public peace, and dissing dead rappers. He made a disrespectful video where he was seen pissing on his dead rival's grave and bragging about the murder. So as you can see, Foolio lived a life similar to that of the Grim Reaper, but I guess there are no colleague privates in the affairs of Death.
We just got her, bruh. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man.
Foolio's last footage was quite disturbing. Throughout the day he was seen on live Instagram in good spirits. He was seen with so many random people, but one more detail is quite obvious than the others. Foolio was freely giving out his location on the internet like he was some random person. Foolio is a man with enemies but does not seem to care about the consequences of putting himself out there. One thing rappers who have given out their locations online have in common is that none of them is alive. So when I saw Foolio posting his location on Instagram and inviting everyone to pull up, I knew that trouble was somewhere by the corner waiting for the right time to pull up.
I want to watch the video that I just found, man. It's him literally giving the ops his every move, his every drop, and just literally saying, come get me.
This is it. Everyone else on the internet was concerned about Foolio posting his election on Instagram except Foolio himself. He seemed as though he was tired of living and he wanted an express ticket to the great beyond. This is the only logical explanation I can give you about Foolio posting his location on the internet. Otherwise nothing else I say to you will make sense. As the party progressed, Foolio continued to update the internet with pictures and videos of how his party was going. He was seen having fun with well-wishes and friends, and he had so much alcohol to drink this would turn out to be a mistake, as the rapper confirmed that he is not used to taking alcohol. Hence he began to express concerns over the quantity of alcohol he consumed, which in my opinion contributed to the gruesome events that would later unfold. I don't even drink. The more alcohol he consumed, the more he wanted some. Foolio got drunk and continued to update his Instagram with every detail of his birthday pool party celebration. At this point Death was knocking at the door, but Foolio was too drunk to notice. Halfway into the party, Foolio updated on his Instagram story that the party was kicked out of the Airbnb by the police because the population exceeded the occupancy limit of the Airbnb. This shows how large the party became. So many people attended that was not a good strategy for a man of his capacity. Still, Foolio was not about to succumb to that glaring red flag. His party was waving at him. He had planned to party all night, so he simply just shifted the party to another location, this time around the club. Unfortunately, Death moved with Foolio everywhere he went. There was no running away for Foolio. Foolio went on to have a wonderful party at the club. He updated on his X story that it was his best birthday ever. You know that sudden surge of energy that envelops you when death is about to come at you. That was Foolio's experience the night of his celebration, but he was completely oblivious to the feeling. Unlike Foolio, Death does not post updates on Instagram Live. Soon the party was over. Foolio had booked lodging at the Holiday in Tampa, Florida, where he planned to retire for the night, so he drove down to the Holiday Inn alongside one other car. At this point, Death was a step ahead of Foolio. As it turned out, Foolio's killers were already on location, patiently waiting for him to arrive. It was a dead-on-arrival situation for Foolio. At around 4:40 in the morning, Tampa police received a call about a shootout at the parking lot of the hotel in Tampa, Florida. Police reported that they arrived at a grotesque crime scene. 2 cars were shot at with 4 people affected by the incident. As a result, 1 person was found dead at the crime scene while 3 others were transported to the hospital, luckily in stable condition. Eyewitnesses reported to the police that the shooting at the parking lot was intense, like it was a scene in the movies. We're still going to stay. We're going to find another hotel. Holiday Inn is a home for tourists, so other visitors who had lodged in the hotel that same night were terrified by the shooting. shooting they had to be escorted to and fro by the police to park their luggage and move to another hotel. The police launched an immediate investigation to unearth the situation that warranted the shot and also to identify possible suspects in this fatal crime. While we wait on the police, I just want to mention that it doesn't strike me as a coincidence that there was a shootout that affected 4 people but only one was dead and the deceased is the celebrate. There is more to this story than meets the eye.
Close attention to certain groups that I know are clashing with one another. They know who they are. And we are going to pay very close attention to make sure that, we're not going to allow you to just arbitrarily run around and spray bullets into people's houses and cars.
The sheriff's department has promised to pay attention to certain gangs in Jacksonville as the prime leads of their investigation into Foolio's murder. As you will come to know, Foolio was a member of one of these undisclosed groups the sheriff is talking about. Fortunately for the authorities, barely 8 hours after the murder, the perpetrators of the crime have begun snitching on themselves who killed Foolio.
It sounded like he wants to somehow work things out. Are you open to working things out with him?
He want to work stuff out because he don't know me for real. So it's like I say, bro, I don't know him.
Though many people have reasons to kill Foolio, Young Ace appears to be the one with the most reason. In an interview with Vlad, Young Ace was asked if the feud between him and Foolio could be settled anytime soon. Young Ace smirked at the question, whereas earlier Foolio had an interview with Vlad in which he was asked the same question. His response was precise. He claimed that beef would be over soon. He explained that he tried to reach out to Young Ace and he was hoping that things would be better between them. Finally, Young Ace denied knowing Foolio in the first place. You may wonder why I'm not absolutely certain as to when or why the beef between Young Ace and Foolio started, but what I can tell you for sure is that things went south and bodies began to drop very early in the beef. Both rappers are equally dangerous with varying degrees of violence in them. ATK and To went to war in the names of Young Ace and Foolio respectively.
I'm from the north side of Jacksonville.
The north side has a reputation for being one of the more violent sides, right?
Yeah, that's the most violent side of Jacksonville.
Foolio was the first to suffer losses in beef. He lost 2 brothers to the war, but that was not the end.
Now, what ultimately happened with your friend Bibby?
I go on Facebook. A little boy just got killed in the hilltop, like 16, so I'm like, they're like, yeah, he had on the uniform.
By his death hurt Foolio the most. He explained to Vlad how very close he was to be and how he felt regrets for his death. Need not I remind you that Sue Ace's affiliate was arrested for the murder of BBY. Following the arrest, Foolio's suspicion was confirmed. He knew what he needed to do and how urgent it was.
My little brother 23, my best friend, he really on the ground, like calling.
Soon after Foolio attacked Young Ace, it was a drive-by shootout that killed 3 of Ace's homies, including 23. Ace's favorite brother Young Ace was the only survivor of the shootout. He was in terrible condition with almost 8 bullets in his body. He was taken to the hospital, but the hospital did not offer him any help because he didn't have health insurance, and the sheriff's department, which was supposed to intervene in situations like this, failed at their duty while Young Ace was still fighting for his life in and out of the hospital. Foolio had taken to social media to celebrate his dead ops. He immediately released a diss track in which he dissed 23. He wore a t-shirt with 23 face on it, captioned it "Rest in Peace 23" and peed on.